Okay, so this is literally the best Monday ever for me. I've never had this kind of a Monday before. It's so exciting because I am talking to We Are Domi, representing Czech Republic on Eurovision 2022. And I'm both a fan of Eurovision and you guys, and I couldn't be more honest. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Benjamin, Dominika, and Casper. So I know who Dominika is, obviously. Who is Casper?
Casper is the guy behind there with the bow guitar, and me.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I was like, okay. And then we have Ben.
Yeah, that's me in the end. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, like, how's everything with you guys now that the hype is real? The Eurovision season has started. It's been a slow start back in the day, like last month, but like each day we are seeing something new. Like some countries have started releasing their songs, like Czech Republic. How are you feeling?
I'm super excited. I mean, every day we're having a meeting about either like staging or with production and figuring kind of like molding our team together, which is super exciting because now we're kind of like we're starting to become a proper team. And yeah, just like of course the support from fans is every day wonderful. Like we get messages every single day. It's super cute to see that people are loving the song. And of course, yeah, we're watching as well, like the new, like yesterday we were watching, or 2 days ago, we were watching the Norwegian.
Yeah, the first heat of Norway, which is obviously more interesting for me and Casper now. Or actually now it's interesting for all of us.
It's first, yeah, for all of us. So that was exciting. So we watched a bit of it yesterday on the TV.
Yeah, so the selection process is quite wild with each country right now. It's getting more exciting and a bit like, it's like last year, the whole competition, the whole contest was a bloodbath with every country like giving their maximum. But I have a feeling, no pressure, but 2022 is going to be like quite a bit of a bloodbath too. But I really want to talk about like you guys. So how did you end up forming We Are Domi, and like what is the sort of like meaning behind the name as well?
Well, we formed to begin with. We formed to just play. So Dominika was studying singing at Leeds College of Music, where we all studied. But we were 1 year below her, and then she just reached out to us and said she needed some musicians for her end of the year performance. And I think it just was a good match that she was really into Aurora and Norwegian pop.
Oh my God.
And we are Norwegian, and we also love Aurora and Norwegian pop. So we so we met in the band room and tried to make some music together for this project, and then we ended up becoming really good friends, and also we really enjoyed the music we made together, so we just kept going with it.
Yeah, so initially it was like this was when I was 20. I was in second year of university, and in order to get my grade, they were also, okay, you need a name or like a band name, and I was like, okay, I mean, I didn't even know I was going to be in a band at the time. I didn't know if I was going to go for like solo artist. I didn't know if I was going to go for band. I didn't know. I was 20. I didn't know what was going on overall in life. And so I just was like, okay, let's just go with my name because it doesn't really matter right now. It's just for a grade, like whatever. Because I didn't know this was going to develop into what it is now. So then we kind of stuck with the name because, of course, then we decided to start playing gigs in England, still stuck to the name. And then once we started releasing music, we noticed that there's a lot of Domis on Spotify and like around the world as well, like a rapper from Portugal or something. And we were kind of competing with like people with a similar name. So we kind of got fed up with it. And we just said, okay, let's also make it more obvious that we're a band. So we just called it We Are Domi. It's actually not that deep at all. I mean, I wish I had like a deep story behind it, but it was just kind of, it just kind of
I think it's quite practical, you know. I think when it comes to choosing like a name for a band, and I've had many bands in my past because I have a musician side as well, and like choosing a name for your band or your project, it's always a hassle. And like the whole thing to choose a name that would be fitting for Spotify is also a hassle. So I think you guys have been quite practical and creative. Definitely. Kudos for that.
Thanks.
Yeah, but it's really inclusive as well for the fans. It's like when they say our band name, they practically say that they are Domi as well.
Yeah, like
when they say We Are Domi, so it's really inclusive. I really like it.
Yeah, it's also 3 words, 3 of us.
Perfect. It just makes
Totally,
perfect sense.
It's really deep, philosophical. No, okay,
I
philosophy.
think when I first like saw your names, even if I like knew your name was Dominika, it actually didn't. I never would have thought that it was coming from the name. I thought it was like, oh, you know what? Like there must be something that I couldn't really understand. But like it's practical, deep, and it sounds amazing. So
I'll take it. I'll take it. Good. Thank you.
you briefly touched that, you guys met in Leeds in the UK, and then obviously you're representing Czech Republic, but there's also a bit of like Norwegian roots going on in the band, if I'm not wrong. So how has this international, atmosphere, these like relationships kind of like formed where you are today in your music?
Ooh. Maybe you guys can.
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. Of course, we started a band based on Scandinavian pop, and of course, me and Ben being from Norway, we grew up with Norwegian, or not specifically traditional Norwegian music, but like Norwegian lullabies and all of that. And we of course listened to a lot of Norwegian pop, Norwegian jazz, but also combining all of this and meeting in England, since we got loads of inspiration from the UK as well. UK has such a cool underground scene in Leeds and in London as well. So being there for nearly 5 years and going to gigs around in the UK definitely has a big impact on us as well. So I don't know, it's just like a recipe of, or just blending something, and this is kind of the outcome.
Yeah, it's just loads of ingredients from everything, every different project we worked on. We also played in lots of different bands in uni, and it's just a mix of everything we have taken from everywhere and put into one, I would say.
Absolutely, and I think it really shows. And now, this song, Lights Off, first of all, congratulations for creating an amazing song. Like with you guys, the hype for Eurovision 2022 kind of started because you've released the song and you were selected like quite early in the game. And as fans, we've been, oh my God, like we deserved a bop like this, a banger. It's just everything. And then, seriously, it's an amazing song. And I think like the more I get to know you and the more I get to listen to you as a band, the more I understand that this song, Lights Off, is just the perfect representation of you guys, and it's amazing. How did you end up choosing Lights Off?
Well, we didn't choose. Yeah. So basically, I don't know what month it was exactly when we could put in.
It was still warm.
It was warm, so it was probably like August.
September is when we had our deadline. No. Latest September is when we had the deadline, so and the song we had to make the song after 1st of September, so we had we had about a month, I would say.
We had super limited time to actually like put in demos that we thought were interesting for worthy or good for Eurovision, because we actually figured out like, oh, there's so many songs that we can't upload because we already played them at gigs, and that was like one of the rules here in Czech Republic. I don't know how it is in like different countries. So all the songs that we wanted to submit were suddenly like nope, sorry. So we were like, oh my God, we have no time. But luckily we went to a songwriting camp here in Czech Republic over summer. Wrote Lights Off in like 3 hours, so which is crazy because that's not our usual way of, or like when I think about how long it took us to like write other songs, of course some are quicker, some are slower, but this was like the full structure besides the bridge was like done in 3 hours. But that's also because we had an awesome team with a producer named Einar, also from Norway. There at the camp, and a singer-songwriter Abby, and it just like happened super fast, and we were just kind of like, okay, this sounds great, let's just send it in and see what happens. Sent in another song that we also wrote at the camp, and then one other song that we made as a demo like together during COVID times. And then I got the call and they were like, hey, we selected your song. And for like a good 10 minutes of talking, of like first being like, oh my God, what the heck? I thought they were talking about a different song out of the three. And then I was saying, and in that song, there was like a swear word. So I was like, oh, so we have to make this version clean. And the head of delegation was like, there's swear words in this song? And I was like, yeah, like everywhere. And he was like, I think we're talking about a different song. And I was like, oh, wait, which song is it then? He's like, it's Lights Off. And I was like, oh, okay. And then it like made more sense as well, because I can now, like looking back, it makes the most sense out of the three songs for that to be going to Eurovision. So yeah, I don't know. I was just
want to hear the swear song now. Like, I'm really curious about it.
Yeah,
if you ever end up releasing it, let us know.
Maybe we'll release it. Maybe we'll see.
It's very swear though. It's called FU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
it makes perfect
just like
sense.
FU throughout the song. Yeah. So
I think the right song was chosen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we would have to do with that, because darn you, or heck you. I mean, of course, Annabelle also had a swear word, but then she changed it to frickin'.
Anyway, yeah. So,
but yeah,
the song, obviously, it's kind of like nice to be on the safe side, maybe just in case, no hassle. But in terms of Lights Off, I think the way that I'm connected to this song personally is that yes, it's a bop. It's perfectly produced. It's an amazing song, but it's also for me very human. The lyrics and the sort of like the expression of what you guys are doing through Lights Off is very human in terms of talking about mistakes, changes, growing up. Like, I can relate to it so well, especially after the whole terrifying moments of the pandemic and moving on to hopefully a brighter, healthier future. On how many levels do you can you relate with Lights Off, like personally?
Okay, I just did a lot of talking, so I'll let you guys.
No, I think we've all experienced these things in our lives, but I also like about writing songs, it's always nice to write something that isn't too specific, so several people can relate in different ways to it. But yeah, for me personally, it's always been a weird thing, being a bit lost, being by yourself. You want to be better or feel better, but you don't know who to ask for help about this. And it's very dramatic, not dramatic, but you're in despair, you don't know what to do. You just want to get help from someone, but you don't know how to ask. And then
you just sing it really loudly in the chorus, like, well, yeah.
And then unfortunately, I can't do that, but that's the good part, that we have a singer that can do that. So he screams that despair out for me, and I just press the keys.
I got you.
I scream like that to all of my exes and be like, "Where are you now?" Like, just
and they're just like,
couldn't be more heartfelt, more than that.
For sure. Yeah.
Any other points that you guys want to make about that?
Yeah, no, of course it's relatable, and the more you listen to it, the more you kind of specify moments in your life that you can relate it to. So of course I can really relate to it as well on many points. So yeah, it's as you said, it's just human, all these mistakes, but it's not something that we often talk too much about either. It's more something that people or some people might just sit within themselves. So yeah, it's kind of like highlighting, go and talk to someone. If you don't sit and let the thoughts loop in your head, rather go and talk to somebody about it, since there's definitely people that want you the best and want to listen to it and help you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Nice, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And also, like, you guys were talking about forming your band in Leeds, and then you were like students. Since forming your band, has the idea of being on Eurovision ever been a thing? Like, did you ever like joke around with the idea, or has it been like an ideal or like a dream ever for you?
Yeah, like so like I would say our first proper Eurovision party happened last year because we were living in Czech together, or not actually in the same apartment, but I think that was kind of because it's not like an easy decision to be like, hey, I would love to play for 200 million people. It's like kind of out of this world. So of course we feel confident about our music and we believe in it. Otherwise we wouldn't, still be here and we wouldn't be doing it. And, having the moments that every musician has, which is kind of like having, not great gigs, having some good gigs, but, it's always like an up and down wave before you like make it or something. So it's definitely something we thought about, but we were kind of like, oh, I don't know, like, well, even like, is it like, will we get chosen? So we just kind of like gave it a try, hope for the best, and somehow it worked out. So and now we're here, so it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, the boys have been watching Eurovision since like
we've been watching it for a long time, but I think the first thought around maybe doing Eurovision with the band was when we played with Lake Malawi. Since we watched it, but we didn't sit there and say like, oh, we should join it. It was more when we talked with people with experience from representing Czech Republic in earlier years, and they had so many good memories, so many good stories from being in Eurovision. So we thought, let's do it, especially now during the pandemic when we don't get to play any gigs really, and you still work super hard as a creative freelancer, so you can't just Corona is around, let's just stop doing this. You have to do it. So we looked at it as this is a big chance and we want to do it. Why not try to do it now when the pandemic is and all the hard work kind of pays off somehow.
Absolutely. And you've released, I mean, the song has been released, and then we got to know you quite early in the game, and that's why I was like, you guys gave us the biggest gift, because we needed that sort of like excitement to realize, okay, the season is starting, we better do some work with it, blah blah. And with experience, we know that early released songs have this sort of like potential to get revamped a bit later on in the game. Not that we need it, not that there's a match for it, but could we see that from you guys? Can there be a revamp later in the game? Can you give any details about that?
It's a really good question. The thing is, we work so hard on it before submitting it. Then, of course, the national final, it's loads of stuff then, and you listen to it a lot, and you kind of, you think a lot about how the song is. And now, after we won, we kind of get a step back from the song, finally. And there's been days where we are not listening to it at all, of course. And I think now kind of revisit the song, we'll hear something that we can do better, most likely, maybe, we don't know yet. But if we come back to it and we're like, no, this is it. So we haven't gotten to the part actually to know if we're gonna 100% revamp it or 100% not. But of course, it's something we're thinking about.
Of course, we get asked all the time.
Okay.
Of course, because because like just like from DMs and stuff, because of course, like fans want to hear like anything else coming out of us, so I get it, but we will see what is like best for the song. And also like of course we want to make like the fans happy, but we also have to take into consideration what we're going to be very happy about, because that then we'll show on stage, if we're like vibing with it. So it is up in the air. So basically, it's not a no, it's not a yes. Yeah.
I think, like Casper said, we will look into if we get the feeling very soon, if we feel there's something we can do much better about this song. But also in our experience, it's very easy to go into the studio and overthink a song, to just overthink everything about it, and then it loses the magic, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we don't want to go with a revamp and then it's crap, and everyone's like, "Why did you revamp?" So
that would be the nightmare. But I also have a feeling, like, I don't know how revamps take their directions. But you know, there can always be more perfect and like more perfectionism. Okay, change this. Okay, change the bridge. Okay, like make the bridge another verse, blah blah. And there's like a billion possibilities to change a song. But like the way I see revamps from artists and bands is a way of marketing. So like, I have a feeling like some countries and some bands and some artists and the producers, they, you know, launch the game with having a revamp later, you know, in the process, and they tease it. Maybe that's not the fact. I mean, I cannot really talk on behalf of any artist or any past contestant, but as a Eurovision fan, maybe like it's something that looks like that in my experience. The song is beautiful, catchy, and amazing in the way it is right now.
But it could be better, maybe.
Oh my God, let's not give in to that. Talking about Eurovision, guys, like if you could choose one Eurovision star from the Eurovision history, who would you choose to collaborate with?
Collaborate with, okay, because we usually get asked like who's your favorite, but collaborate is a whole different.
Yeah.
That's a whole different. Okay. I mean, this is
it's so hard.
No. But I mean, for me,
I have one in my mind that would suit, and I would die if I saw that collaboration. But you go, please.
Yeah, I think it would be super cool to collaborate. I mean, I just love Goe.
Oh my God.
Like from Ukraine. I think she's like such a. First of all, I think it's just cool when female singers collaborate. You don't see it, or especially like in Czech Republic, you don't see it very often. Of course, she's not from Czech Republic, but like I don't know, some like female power vibes. And she's a very like powerful like performer. So, and I guess also you know, they like their genre isn't like completely off from us either. I don't know, and it could be kind of cool having like Ukrainian like vibes as well.
No, could be really cool.
It could be super cool, but I don't know. Well, she did, or they did give us 12 points, so maybe they would be down.
Okay, good reasoning.
Yeah, no, I love them. So for me, that would be
that would be amazing. Actually, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
I need more time. You go.
Well, if it was at the time they were in Eurovision, then ABBA would be super cool to
no, right?
I don't know if they would even.
ABBA in the 70s. Imagine having ABBA from the 70s in this living room now.
So our music would have to then like also shift to the 70s.
No. Imagine if ABBA had the technology we have today.
Or it could like keep their style, and there could be like a cohesive, nice combination of.
I think that could be really cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I think anyone would want to try collaborating with ABBA. That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, on the top of my head, or it's not on the top though. I had to dig really far in, I guess. But
you like power ballads.
Yeah, I was just about to say it would be really interesting to see what we could do with, for example, Duncan Lawrence. To see, because we really like
amazing.
Yeah, and we really like those big epic endings in our music in some previous songs and some unreleased songs we have, and. I don't know, I feel like we could make a really nice mix between a ballad and a symphony kind of thing.
With some kind of like mellow synth, you know,
exactly.
Background. Yeah, I'm definitely a sucker for that style.
Yeah,
that's me.
I was thinking Loreen, you know, seeing you guys with Loreen would be absolutely amazing.
That could be really cool.
So cool.
It would be big and just perfect.
Oh my God. I'll ask her.
Ask her right away after this interview. Okay, so guys, a few weeks ago, you did this very fun thing on your Instagram that you wanted people to come up with some assumptions about your band members, and then you shared the answers. So why don't I give you some random traits?
Yeah.
Then you tell me which band member that I'm describing.
Okay, that's fun.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. So, who is the most hyperactive member?
Domi.
Yeah.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably me. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That was easy. Okay. Who is most creative?
Ooh. Okay. Creative.
We're all pretty creative.
That's hard.
Constantly new ideas. There's constantly something that is happening.
Mm.
I mean, I was just gonna like throw out Casper because of his bow guitar because it was creative.
I was just waiting for someone to say it.
No,
we're all pretty creative.
Oh my god, that's a hard one.
Yeah, do we agree? Okay. Who is the biggest multitasker? Like the one multitasker in the band who can do like several things at once?
Oh,
Mm.
I would say not me.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you can't say anything to Casper if he's texting or anything.
Anything like asking at any level.
Maybe we're all bad at that, or not like bad, but
Well, I play 2 keyboards at the same time, so maybe
That's
I'll.
a big multitasking trait.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I can't play 2 keyboards and saxophone at the same time, though.
Yeah.
I can't even play saxophone alone, so.
Well, 2 keyboards like up and down, it's actually quite difficult. It's really a difficult thing to do. So I would
Yeah.
give that a big multitasker trophy.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, who is the daydreamer?
daydreamer.
That's Dom.
Me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
I zone out
you're-
sometimes.
You're really daydreaming.
Yeah?
I've zoned out in a few, because I've looked back at a few interviews and I just see myself staring at a plant in the room somewhere when the others are talking. But that's different.
Yeah,
But,
maybe me. Oh my god, we're so on.
feel
We're all
you.
just like, yeah.
Daydreamer.
There could be like more than one members, like if you guys want to share the glory.
Maybe me, but I think that's maybe because I'm a bit like ditzy sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. We were talking about like perfectionism, about revamps and stuff. So who is the perfectionist, like the most perfectionist member?
Okay, that's also difficult. I kind of feel like I go for perfectionism, but then I like lose it and like start crying because I don't know if it's like too much but okay, so clearly the drama queen me. But I think we all are pretty like perfectionists.
Yeah, I feel like we're all a bit, and I personally try to be less perfectionist, but in terms of music, I try to be less. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I always just work too much on one thing, and then I just lose the whole creativity side.
Yeah.
I would say all of us. It just like depends on what, like when it comes to music, I think we all kind of are perfectionists, and then like with certain things I care less about than like you guys, or I don't know. There's nothing specific I can think of right now, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we're giving bad answers here.
We're not being bad at all.
We were really quick on
Perfectionism is a difficult one because obviously you never know the limit, so it's hard to sort of like pick the right person. But I think this one would have like a straight answer. Who is the best cook? Who cooks for the band?
Paolo?
Yeah, Paolo.
It was previous drummer when we were in lockdown. He always made pasta, and of course he was from Italy.
Yeah, he was from
He was
Italy.
really good at cooking.
He was really good at cooking.
But like out of us,
you've tried to make some cakes, and
like I think I cook quite a lot, but I don't know why you guys keep. Okay, I don't know why you guys think I'm like.
No, we're not
crap
saying
at cooking, but I'm actually.
You're not that bad.
I think I what?
What? Just cooking all along.
No, I think I cook. Do I cook the most out of you guys though? I think I cook a lot more. That doesn't necessarily.
Is
mean
that
I'm good.
was that the question? Who cooks the most, or who is the best?
Who is the best cook? But
Yeah,
we could also do. I could also do with like who cooks the most.
I don't know. I think we're like okay, fine. Casper's pretty good at his omelet situation.
Yeah.
Morning omelets. I think you've perfected that. I do like the most baking, so I mean I know it's not cooking, but meh. Ben.
Oh, you said something nice about Casper, so now you
Yeah,
say
okay.
something nice about me.
You're pretty good with curry.
You never had my curry, did
No,
you?
that's true, but I've heard that you said
did you
it was
make your
good.
first curry a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're good at spicy food situations.
So like good cooks on different levels.
Sure. Yeah. Let's just go.
Well,
with
let's
that.
go with that.
Absolutely.
That one's tragic. No one's bad at cooking.
That's a good thing to have in a band. You never go hungry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Who is the most organized?
Oh.
Casper.
Yeah. You kind of have to with your job as well.
Organized in terms of just planning out the days, I guess. But I'm not an organized person at all.
Yeah.
So it's or my home is organized and my life is kind of organized.
So what defines an organized person then? Yeah. If everything in your life is organized, but you are not organized?
No, my life and dreams and hopes, like I don't. That is organized, but I can also forget my keys at school, or forget stuff around. But yeah, more or less, my closet is fairly organized.
Well, we can't be perfect, right?
True.
It's never gonna happen. And guys, who is the most experimental one / wild?
In what sense?
I think this could be taken in every single way. Like, let's go with, like, I don't know how to put it, like the wildest one, okay? Because experimental vibes in different ways, but like the wildest team member.
I don't know why. I mean, sorry, I'm just thinking back to uni.
We're surprisingly not wild.
We're not that crazy. Like,
I don't know if it's surprising.
I think we've all done like spontaneous things. I think we're all spontaneous. We're like down to try new things and have fun. I don't know, maybe like Casper. But that's only like
I'm starting to get really boring though, since the days are so long and you have to get up early and you I don't really have time to be wild anymore.
Oh my
God. That sounds really
I think once you've reached your limit, then you'd like a break. So I'm taking that, Casper, you've had your doses of being wild, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Let's leave it that way. Okay guys, so this is a personal sort of like, as personally, I would like to see this happening because I have a feeling that Lights Off has amazing potentials to be produced and, created in different ways. Like, will we ever maybe hear Lights Off in a different dynamic, like maybe a piano ballad?
Oh, I would say almost
100%,
definitely,
maybe
100%, maybe.
No, we've actually done a bit of playing it in a different style with acoustic guitar and piano, and it sounds really nice, and it's something we've done with or when we're at or doing a bachelor and just in at Leeds College of Music, we had to do or interpret different songs in different ways, so we kind of got a lot of experience with it, and of course it's something we have been doing and have been thinking about as well, but we don't know to which level we're going to do it, if we're going to release it on all streaming platforms, maybe a cheeky video with it, but we have been doing it, so we're thinking if we got time to do it, it would be really cool.
Yeah, I also think what I really like about our songs that we've released, I really like combining sad lyrics with non-sad instrumental, that the instrumental is not sad, it's more like a bop or something like that. So I think it would be cool to make a song that is pretty sad in a way, depends how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It would kind of change the meaning of the lyrics a bit.
It would change and I also think it's just cool making a dance song into a ballad, stripping it down. I think it would be super cool. I think it would be beautiful. Just kind of looking at the song in a different way. So it's something that I want to do.
We all really enjoy playing stripped down piano, acoustic guitar. We really enjoy that and play soft music together. So
yeah, because I can really hear Lights Off in an acoustic sort of mellow piano ballad style, and a sort of instrumental part in your chorus can be
we love that kind of thing.
Do some mellow another part. I don't know, I'm just brainstorming.
I
just love the song, so I just love going crazy about different alternative versions of the song that can happen.
Well, some exciting ideas for you then, or not ideas, but some plans, or maybe we don't, but maybe we do have some exciting.
Okay, that's perfect. And last but not least, guys, what would you like to say to all of the Eurovision fans who are watching this interview right now?
Thank you so much for all your support. as I've said many times, and I never get tired of saying it either, is that it means so much with all of your support. All the comments we're reading, it actually gives a lot more energy to us to work harder. And during the national final, when it was 10 days of working hard, getting votes and spreading the words, when we got those messages, we definitely wouldn't have worked that hard. And I know up to the actual Eurovision in Turin, all those comments will give us such a big boost. So I want to thank all of them. Without them, of course, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be sitting and having this interview if it wasn't for them. So they're the reason why we're here. So of course we have to thank them massively.
Yeah, I mean, Casper basically said it all. But yeah, thank you so much. I mean, this is like a dream for us, you know, like having a year or almost 2 of barely playing gigs. You know, it's like a nightmare for musicians and for the people that work in the creative world. So this is just like mind-blowing. And I mean, I'm just excited to actually meet people in Turin and actually get to be like in person with people that vibe with our song. So it's gonna be super cool and overwhelming, but I know it's gonna be like a positive environment. From what I've heard, of course, like I've never been in like this kind of a situation, so I'm super excited to just like hug everyone and be like, oh, thank you, and or maybe not thank you if you didn't like our song, but thank you for liking us. I don't know. So yeah, so it's super exciting. So thank you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
What's left for me to say? It's so amazing to see how much people care about us out of nowhere. Because it's gone from very much like 0 to 100 in such a short time, and it's just amazing to experience this, and we're gonna experience it for so many more months now, and I can't wait to meet everyone in person as well, and to travel around the world and meet even more people that can't come to Turin, and just play in front of everyone, because that's what we want to do at the end of the day. We want to play gigs, and we want people to sing our songs to us. And we want to cry on stage, and we want people to cry at our gigs of happiness.
Of happiness. Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Amazing. I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys enjoying the journey, because from what I can see, you're all 3 lovely souls who love to live life. Yeah, and then I think on this journey, it's going to be very exciting for you, and definitely best of luck, and we cannot wait to see and hear more about your updates and see you live on stage. And it's going to get really busy from February onwards, so no pressure, but I'm sure you'll do well. But thank you so much for sitting with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I had so much fun talking to you guys tonight.
No, likewise.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. It was really nice.
Okay, keep rocking, and we'll be following you very closely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.